beautiful day we have here. Real quick story about me. It's not going to be quick. My wife already warned me. But we're local commercial fishermen. We've been sport fishermen, avid anglers on this lake since I was 12 years old. I came from Pittsburgh. We moved to Erie in 1980. And coming out of the city of Pittsburgh and moving to Erie, I was like in heaven. That's back when we had salmon and everything was just fish, 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 fish. I drove my bike up and down Route 5 all the way to 20 Mile Creek. From 6 Mile Creek, fished every day, grew up on the lake. Have just an utmost great appreciation for this beautiful resource that we have here right in our backyard. Don't ever take it for granted. So we started commercial fishing about 18 years ago. We had dockside sales, and the newspaper came down and they put an article in the paper about us, and we had like 80 cars in the parking lot waiting for us to come off the boat so they could get fish. So in perspective, about 99% of our population here in Erie doesn't have a boat and can't go out and catch their own fish, or they're retired or disabled. They rely on guys like us. So to kind of break the gap, we started this derby to let our sportsmen know that we're sportsmen too, and we're conservative. We have TAC, which is TAC, total allowable catch, and state establishes what we're allowed to catch and how we're supposed to do it. We're always looking for input from our fellow anglers on how to mark nets and do things different to help everybody navigate maybe a little bit better. 2 years ago, Paul and I got together. I tournament fish forever with the EPSFA in New York, a bunch of different places, but the EPSFA is kind of a big boat tournament. And I had always proposed, like, why don't we just have a tournament for just the everyday average angler, weekend warrior, whatever. So we wanted a derby that would last for the whole month. And a quick little story about that. The biggest walleye I've ever caught in my life, commercially or sport fish, was before Northeast Marina was established. I rented a boat off of Charlie's Boat Delivery, and it was a 14-foot boat with a 9.9 two-stroke blowing exhaust fumes through us the whole entire time. And I caught a walleye that weighed over 15 pounds. Oh. We had a Zebco scale, that the black little Zebco scales at spring, it only went to 15. We put it on there, it was pinned it. It was my buddy's dad's birthday. We cut that fish up and ate it. I couldn't afford to get a fish mounted. Thanks to Lynx today, our Derby King is getting a free mount. So that's something to be said. But anyways, we were just in a little 14-foot boat, trolling with 2-ounce sinkers and willow leaf bouncing the bottom, and I thought it was a snag. It's a snag, no, it's a fish. No, it's a snag, no, it's a fish. We pulled this big fish in. We actually got checked by PA Fish and Boat that day, and the first thing they said when they pulled up to the side of the boat was, "Holy, that's a hell of a walleye." So this tournament, yeah, if you have knowledge, you probably have a better chance, but in theory, anybody could catch this derby winner. Last year's top 10, we only have one repeat angler, so that goes to show we fished it hard. It took the whole family out all the time. We did have one big fish. I got to tell that story too. So we were on the boat, the girls, me, we're trolling along, and left side board rod hammers over, and I'm like, that looks like a big fish. My daughter JC grabs that rod, she's cranking it in, it's folded over. I'm watching it, I'm like, keeping an eye on her. We had other commotion going on. You know how crazy the lake is this year. There's rods going like galore. So I'm watching her, and I'm like, I go up there, I tighten the drag up a little bit. She's cranking it in, and finally she gets to the lead core. It was a 4-color lead rod that we just rigged up for this season. So she's getting it up, and I'm like watching the lead, and here comes the lead up the eyelet, gets down to the reel, it gets right in front of the reel, and poof, the lead separates from the braid. There goes the fish. At the same time, my wife is hooked up on the left side. She's dragging this fish in off the board, coming up, and then she starts, this is a big fish. So we're like, holy cow! And I'm thinking in the back of my head, there's probably a pretty good chance that she snagged that lead from the other rod. But anyway, she's reeling it in. At the same time, our motor starts squeaking, the belch slipping, and the boat's almost stowing. And I'm like trying to figure that out, trying to keep an eye on the girls in the back of the boat. I go back to her, and I'm looking at the reel to see where she is, and she's on mono. So all the braid's gone, all the lead's gone, and she's on the backing of the braid, and there's like 700 foot of line out, and it's just taking drag, and she's just cranking, but she doesn't know any different. So I tighten up the drag. At this point in time, the motor stalls, and she's cranking this fish in. She brings the fish in. It's like a 5-6 pound fish. We scoop it up with a net, and there's the lead from the other line. I'm like, I kind of had a feeling that maybe that's what it was. So we're drifting along. I'm trying to grab both sides of the lead to figure out if we still have this fish on, and everything was just slacked out. So eventually the boat stalled. It's almost dark. I just start throwing everything in the boat. We got to get figuring out what's going on. I'm pulling it in. I look over the back of the boat. Here's this big giant walleye laying there belly up. It was like 8.5 pounds, and JC says, "That's my fish, right?" I said, "No." I said, "It was your fish, then it was your mom's fish, and then I landed it." So, long story short, we couldn't count that fish. That was the biggest fish we caught. Probably would have been in the top 10, but we had fun. It was a great family adventure. This derby is awesome. We appreciate all you guys coming out. I'm going to bring up my #1 partner. Paul's been with me since we started this. We're going to get right into the awards. I'm not sure where we're starting, but
we'll start with Big Fish, Week 5.
Big Fish, Week 5. Thank you.
Okay, everybody, I'm Paul O, the guy that you saw on the Facebook with all the posts and cross-eyed and everything, looking at spreadsheets the whole tournament. So, like Jim said, I'm not a talker like he is, but I'll keep it short. And the question is, why do I do this? I do this because of the smiles on the kids' faces, and getting the families involved out in the water. I know the Scott family, they hit it hard, man. It's that month is probably on their calendar already to fish it and have no vacation for it and everything else. There's several other families too that hit this thing hard, had family competition, and just enjoyed our fishery, which that is why I do this tournament. So, or this derby here. So we had a lot of sponsors this year, and we have to thank our weigh stations. We added one, Northeast Marina, and we have East End Angler and Poor Richards, and the folks here at Presque Isle Fishing Farm also did weigh-in. So we can't forget them for dedicating the time to weigh your fish, fill out the paperwork and everything else. And there was a lot of paperwork, I will tell you that, because I looked at it multiple times. So anyhow, we're going to start with the big fish of Week 5, and Mr. Todd Redmond back there is going to get $500. And our sponsor on that was Contemporary Motor Car Import Collision. Mr. Jeff Howell right here was the man. Good job, Todd. Congratulations, Todd. Okay, here we go. Okay, this name you're going to be hearing a lot here in this tournament. So, and if I could get a rep from Rodland Construction up here. Okay, we got Ken Rodland, who sponsored the Week 4 Big Fish, and that's $500 goes to Brenda Miller. And I will say, Ken's wife, Rhonda, was extremely happy to be the sponsor of you, Brenda, for that fish. And she's still happy. She's loving this stuff.
She wants a hug. She wants a hug.
Okay, so we're at week 3, big fish. And our sponsor is not able to be here. It's Able Construction. And this is a $500 prize, goes out to Frank Shorts. Frank, where are you at? That one. Congratulations, Frank. Okay, so this guy here I know very well. I grew up with him. Went to grade school, hung out. We did a lot of fishing together. Zebco 202s and sheephead and East Avenue rocks and all kinds of stuff. So the sponsor here is Rod Squad Fishing Charters, and Rod Squad was the first place winner last year. And he sponsored this big fish for week 2, so $500 is going to Tony Yonko. Tony, remember those Zebco 202s? What was it? Bargain Barney's over there on McKinley Avenue. I think they were $3.
Thanks, Paul.
Way to go, Tony. Okay, and our sponsor for week 1 big fish, $500, is FIMG, and they were also the sponsor last year for our lie detector test, polygraph test, and oh boy, I wish I had a better memory, but Ron Stanipet. How do I say that, Ronald? Okay, I'm horrible, and I'm Polish too, so I apologize for that. So Ron S., how about we do that, my Polish brother here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Ronald. It's a little bit out of order, so let's see. So we have, that would be the trophy tube, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that.
But this would be the, okay, so you want to hold off on those ones? Okay.
Want to take a little break?
What do you guys want to do? Take a little break.
Okay, Jim wants to take a little,
We're a little out of order on
a
our
little
envelope.
5-minute break here if you want to do the restroom or grab another beer here. Black Monk, I know I got that Kriegers? Kriegers? Tastes like Yingling and was very good. Okay, thank you for that little break there. We had some things organized a little late because we didn't know when sponsor was going to be here. They just got off the water. So our next sponsor here is Auditory Services, and this is from Robbie's wife actually works there, and if you need any hearing issues or need hearing tests, all that stuff, I have hearing aids if you haven't noticed. So anyhow, they help. But anyhow, so Robbie was one of the volunteers that ran from Port Richards to Northeast to collect waste slips, and it might not seem very far, but that's 33 miles, and he did it a couple times a week, sometimes more than that. So the volunteers for this really made it happen. Rhonda back there, who gave the hug to Brenda, we recruited her this year. We needed a lady's touch and kind of to fine-tooth us men for staying on task. And as you can tell from Jim, his stories kind of get long, but Brenda's pretty good at keeping us straight. So anyhow, so our next award is a $100 gift card and it's going to go for the youth 14 to 15 week 5 big fish. And I will have to say, this young lady, I love seeing her smile in the pictures. Olivia Getty, are you here, Olivia? No, Olivia? Oh, there she is. She's got the sunglasses on. I know she hit the water hard. She spent a lot of time on this derby. Congratulations, Olivia. Nice job. Okay, and this is one of the Scott family members, one of the ladies there that hit it hard. So this is week 5 big fish for the youth, 11 to 13. And the sponsor on this, I don't know, is Seifert's Furniture. Jody, did you want to come up and present this? No? You're okay? She does? Okay. Okay. All right, so it's Seifert's Furniture. It's $100, and it goes to Jancy Scott. Look at that girl. She's got some excitement. She is happy, and I know you will see this lady in tournaments later on. Congratulations, Jancy. Okay, and this fella too, I also liked his pictures. This is youth 10 and under week 5 big fish, and if we can have representative of Perch Pirate come on up here, because they sponsored this $100. Oh yeah, okay, so this is the captain here of Perch Pirate, and he supported this derby from year one, promoting it, having people on the boat get on board, and I think it's definitely helped him and get people tournament fishing. So if year 3 you don't have a boat and you want to get on the water, look up Perch Pirate. He can get you on some fish, that's for sure. So if we could get Vinny Masuki, if I said that right up here, Vinny, there you go, my man. Let's get a picture, Vinny. And that one's going on Facebook.
So what'd you catch that fish on? Bumblebee. Got a secret bait.
Bumblebee's a secret bait. So if you hear that, next year you can try that. But I know I've seen a lot of weight slips from Vinny here. Congratulations, Vinny. Thank you very much. Okay, then we're going to week 4, youth, 14 to 15. And this is sponsored by Port Erie Sports. And let me make sure I put the money in there, which I did. It's a gift card, and it's a gift card for $100, and it is going to Jovi Scott.
You have your boater safety certificate yet? Well, you gotta work on it. You get online and get your boater safety certificate.
Congratulations, Jovi. And you'll be seeing this young lady too, I'm sure. Okay, and this is another one of my favorite picture guys here. So this is youth 11 to 13, week 4, big fish. It's sponsored $100, Seifert's Furniture, and it goes to Jace Godfrey. Jace, you're out? There you are, buddy. I've seen probably 3 or 4 weight slips from you. Congratulations, Chase. Oh, you gave the wrong one. I got that one. Let's get a good picture, Chase. You're a good picture taker. Congratulations, Chase. Okay, and I don't think this fella's here, but we're definitely going to give him an announcement. He can see the video here. This was youth 10 and under, week 4 big fish, and it's $100. and it game goes to James Ahonen, Ahonen. He's out of Michigan. So James, are you around by chance? I'm kind of thinking you aren't, but we'll give you a mention here. Congratulations, James. Week 4 big fish, 10 and under. Okay, and I told you, you're going to see this young lady again. So this is youth, 14 to 15, week 3 big fish. Sponsored by Port Erie Sports, $100. Olivia Getty. Congratulations, Olivia. Okay, can we get Perch Pirate up here again? Another donation here, sponsorship. So this is youth, 11 to 13, week 3 big fish. This is $100, and this goes to, make sure money's in there, Mason Elliott. Mason, you around? Mason Elliott? Okay. Mason Elliott took youth 11 to 13, week 3 big fish. So we'll get that out to him. Sorry about that.
I'd like to thank everyone that volunteered for this event. This is outstanding. The food's outstanding. And I'd like to say a few words about Jim here. We're recreational anglers, and so is Jim. He's also a commercial fisherman. And those two groups tend to butt heads around the nation. Jim does a lot for this fishery here that people don't know about. You know about this event, that's him. He also puts fish back in the lake. He'll stock perch. Perch what he harvests, and he puts them back. If we're gonna have a commercial fisherman in this town, that's the guy to have. So I think he deserves a round of applause.
Thank you very much.
So let me just comment on that.
Thanks, buddy.
So, which a lot of people don't know this, but in the spring when the perch are in and stuff, and we're catching perch, we actually culturalize fish on the boat. So we take all the right hens and all the right males, and we'll culturalize all the eggs, and we bring them in beach 11. We bring them into the bay. We try to get them out of the weather because a good hatches. An embryo of an egg hardens in about 35 seconds. So in the wild, you only have like less than 10% natural fertilization. On our boat, you have like 97% fertilization. So we take those eggs, we culturalize them, fertilize them, we dump them in off of beach 11 somewhere out of the weather, because in hatches, unlike this walleye hatch that we've been having like crazy, and none of the biologists, nobody can make sense of why we've had this abundant walleye hatch. But from what the biologists know, the weather is the extreme factor. So if the fish come in, lay their eggs, and we get a big blow, and it just wipes out the whole spawn. Perch kind of spawn, they drag their spawn out for a month or so they're usually more successful at hatching. But we do our best to fertilize and culturalize as many eggs as we possibly can in the springtime, and put those eggs in the areas that we know there won't be a lot of turbulence and weather. And we've seen the results. We see the results in the marina. We see the results at Beach 11 when we're over there having a family day, and we see these, which you used to see schools of emeralds swim by on the boat, and the kids would be like, our youngest son said, "Jimbo, look at all those perch." I'm like, "Those aren't perch, those are emeralds. That's just what I'm used to seeing." And as they got closer to the boat, we were anchored up. I'm like, "He's right. those are all perch. There's thousands of them swimming on Beach 11. So we knew we had a part in that. And as far as culturalization goes, the sons lost their eggs one year because we had a real heat wave, and they're pumping the water out of the bay, and it killed all their fry. So Captain Bob came down, and he's like, do you have any ripe hens? And because they had males, but they didn't have any females at that point in time. And I handed him a whole bucket of fertilized eggs, and I said, here you go, buddy. He said that was the best hatch that they had. And they were able to salvage what they do down there that season. So we're definitely conservatives. We're looking out for the best of our industry. And like I had said before, the biologists set our TAC. They oversee what we're allowed to catch. So if they say, and I always give this analogy, if you have 20 head of cow and 5 acres of hay, they're going to eat the hay down to the dirt and they're all going to starve. So there is an amount of fish that they expect commercial and sport fishermen to take out of the lake each year to maintain a healthy environment, and that's part of what we do. But they set the TAC for anglers and us, and that's what we're allowed to catch. We contribute as much as we can. Thank you, John.
Okay. All right, who we got next there, Jim? Okay, all right. So this is week 3, youth, 10 and under big fish, and this is sponsored by the Colony Pub and Grill, just across the road there. Great place to eat, great place to hear some music, have a drink, and this goes to Brooklyn Jaeger. $100 to Brooklyn Jaeger. Yay! Look at that. We got some support, family support. Somebody's proud of that little fisherman. Congratulations, Brooklyn. Let's get a good picture of you. Want to come on up? It's a family thing. That's what it's about. All right. Thank you, Marcia and Demir. They're doing the video and the cameras here. Yep. DBML.
Here I go again. So Kevin at the Colony couldn't be here, and Brenda was maybe going to say something, but I got to reach out to Kevin. So Kevin has been buying fish from us for probably 8 years. The sad truth about our town is we have this fish called zander, perch pike zander, that's from Ukraine, Russian area. That is when the gill nets got banned and there wasn't any commercial harvest, the restaurants and things were looking for some supply chain to fill the void for perch and walleye. So they brought in this fish from overseas called a zander, and they called it perch and pike. So a lot of your restaurants in Erie are selling perch dinners and pike dinners, not yellow perch dinners out of our lake or Lake Erie walleye dinners. Kevin's been on board with us. You go over there, you're getting a real deal. Comes right from our boat into our cut house and over to Kevin within 24 hours. So if you're looking for a good perch dinner or fish dinner, Kevin will shoot you straight.
Okay, who's the next one here, Jim? I saw the name. This was another photo I enjoyed here. This is week 2, youth 14 to 15 big fish. Ty Williams is getting $100, sponsored by Port Erie Sports. Come on, Ty. Let's get a good picture here, Ty. Congratulations, buddy. Look forward to seeing you next year on the board. Good job. Yep. Okay, I don't think this person's here today, but I'm definitely going to give a name. This whole family here fishes pretty hard these tournaments. I know last year they won a couple things. So we're at the week 2 youth 11 to 13 big fish, sponsored by Route 97 Auto Repair and Welding. And I will tell you that I have had several vehicles at Route 97 Welding. If you need some rockers welded or frame or whatever, he does fantastic work and guarantees it to pass inspection. So Bill Aerosmith there, Route 97 Auto, is the guy to go see. So he wasn't able to make it, but this award, $100, goes to Grayson Joseph. And we're probably gonna mail this one off to him. Congratulations, Grayson. Okay, and so you can see Jim has a whole stack of envelopes here, so I don't think I went through the stats. So last year we had 520 participants. This year we had 696. So it was a great success, and a couple things that I thought were great in the whole sport of fishing was we had 90 women participate in the Derby, and don't remember the figure on the kids, but it was respectable. So that is our future. Some people don't realize that, but I certainly do. And we need to take the time and get these kids out there. And as we can see this year, women can fish. They can make it happen. They really can. So you're going to be a witness of that this year. So this is goes to Brant McGee, $100, youth 10 and under, week 2 big fish. We got you here, Brant. There you are. Let's get a good picture here, Brant, and congratulations to you. Nice work, buddy. Okay, youth 14 to 15, week 1 big fish, sponsored by Seifert Furniture. It's $100, and it is going to Braden Kroll. There he is. I like seeing that pop up there quick.
What kind of boat you got?
Congratulations, Braden. Let's get a good
Braden doesn't
picture
have his
here.
own boat.
Good
Thank
job.
you, guys.
Okay, week 1, youth 11 to 13 big fish is also sponsored by Seifert's Furniture, and this goes $100 to Blaine Weaver. Blaine, we got you. There we go. Congratulations, Blaine. You could give him the wrong one. I don't think he was here. Okay, so we have the women's, the week 5 big fish here. So this is sponsored by DBML Photography, and we have Demir here at the video camera, and Marcia. They are DBML Photography, and they're going to share all this footage here on the Facebook page. I think it's going to be a YouTube and pictures that'll take you to their site, all free. You can download good high quality pictures. So if you need whatever wedding, graduation pictures, look them up. They were a sponsor here, and Marcia here is going to come up and present this $100 to Erica Hawes. Erica?
Do you have a boat? How'd you catch this fish?
Your son?
My son took you out on his boat?
Yes.
Yeah. How'd you catch a fish?
I caught the fish jigging
With what?
with a purple hair jig.
And did you outfish my son?
Maybe a few times.
Oh.
He had to put that rub in. I guess I got to keep this microphone away from him. Congratulations, Erica.
Hey, the news is coming too. They want to interview you.
Yep, you'll see her on the news probably here tonight. Okay, so now we're into week 4 women's big fish, and this is we had 2 sponsors on this: Rod Squad Fishing Charters and First National Bank here next door. And this is going to Brenda Miller. And that's $100 cash. We might need to call the Brinks truck here to escort this lady home. Congratulations, Brenda. Okay. Okay, and again, Rod Squad, like I said, was Derby winner last year, and it's given us a lot of support and donated the winnings last year to the telemetry program. So this year we're also doing, 10% to telemetry, and I'll get that here toward the end. But and I'll also share some on our Facebook page about the telemetry program. It's a lot of biological data that has helped our fisheries biologists. And ours we have an awesome one. I don't think he's here today. Mark Caffley, are you around? But we are extremely fortunate to have Mark here. He cares, he's very knowledgeable, and he loves this lake. So again, we're fortunate. So I don't know if this lady's here or not, but this is Women's Week 3 Big Fish. Sponsors are Rod Squad Fishing and First National Bank. And this is Jessica Pearson. Jessica, we got you?
She asked me to accept it if I can.
Okay.
That's fine.
We're gonna put one in there. Okay. So I was here when this lady brought this fish in, and I know she was very happy and loves to fish. So this is Women's Week 2 Big Fish, sponsored by Rod Squad Fishing Charters and First National Bank. $100. Jamie Perkins. There she is. I know this lady fishes a lot. And she is a competitor, that's for sure. We're going to see her every year, I'm sure, on that board. And we're very happy to have her. Congratulations, Jamie.
Thank you.
Nice work, Jamie. You're very welcome. Okay, another fierce competitor too that we're most likely going to see every year. This is Women's Week 1 Big Fish. Again, Rod Squad Fishing Charters and First National Bank, $100 to Tammy Batko. Gotcha, Tammy. There she is. Congratulations, Tammy. $100. Nice job.
You have a youth bracket, keep all the youth money in the youth brackets. So our first place winners for each age bracket are going to receive the quantitative amount from their age bracket entry. From 14, 15, 11 through 13, 10 and under. And next year we're going to do the same thing. Maybe some more sponsorships. Just a little clarity on the female division. That's something that we came up with last year. We actually had a tie for first place female, Queen of the Isle. There's no extra money. You don't have to pay extra to be a female. You're in the overall King of the Isle. But we have sponsors that contributed money to the weekly female anglers, and that there was a little bit of confusion there. I just wanted to clear that up and just let you know all the youth money stayed in the youth divisions, and they're not that much different, but surprising to me, the 14 and 15-year-old was our least amount of entries. So 14, 15,
14, yeah,
yeah,
14.
that, and 11 to 13 and 10 and under were pretty much tied. So hopefully next year we'll see some more 14, 15-year-olds. And the one kid said he's going to take me on his boat, Lumacraft, right?
Okay, so this is, you want to hand me that, Jim, and get that trophy? It should be marked on the back. So this is the first place for 11 to 13, and it's $250, which was the whole entry fee for that age group. Goes to Blaine Weaver. We got you, Blaine? There we go. He's getting this too. Nice work. Okay, this is first place for the youth division, 14 to 15, and there were 14 people in there, so it's $140, and it goes to Braden Kroll. Braden? Oh, that's a very important part here. So these beautiful trophies and the medals you're going to be seeing were donated by Creative Imprints, and we have the creator, Jeremy Scott, willingly came up, wanted this to happen, and also donated last year to the trophy. So Jeremy is a believer in this derby, and I'm sure in the youth to make this this community. Thank you, Jeremy. Okay, and I probably should have done this one first, but anyhow. So this is first place, 10 and under, $240. So we had 24 youth in this category. Brant McGee. Nice work, Brant. I got to get Jim back here with me. All right, so this is the youth division, 10 and under, and so these are our medals donated by Creative Imprints, and I think I'm going to go with yeah. Well, okay. So 10 and under for second place with a 6.54 walleye is Brooklyn Yeager. If we can get Brooklyn up here. You can just put that on her, Jim, if you want.
Congratulations. Go ahead and come up there with Paul.
She's happy. She's a champion here. Congratulations, Brooklyn. Nice job. Okay, and third place, 10 and under, is Vinny Masuki, and he had a 5.96 pound walleye. So third place, 10 and under, Jim, you got that? We're gonna have another champion coming up here, ready for the Wheaties box picture. He's happy too. He likes that medal. Nice work, Benny. Okay, and then we have fourth place, 10 and under, James Ahonen, and he had a 5.88 pounder, and I don't think James was here from what I remember earlier. So we will have to get that out to James Ahonen for 10 and under for fourth place. Okay. Here's another cutie picture taker, I know that. So this is fifth place, 10 and under, Abigail Scaife. Abigail, you out there? 5.60 pound walleye. There she is. Tell me she's not a cutie. There we go. We're going to get another great picture. Congratulations, Abigail. Nice work. Okay, so we're done with that. So 10, we're going to go to the 11 and 13. Thank you. The wind's making things complicated here. Okay, so 11 to 13. So we gave the first place out here. So we have second place for 11 to 13, and it is Mason Elliott. Mason, we got you here, second place with a 7.34 pounder. And Mason Elliott. Okay, we'll have to get that out to Mason. All right, third place, which I know we'll have to get this one out here too, went to Grayson Joseph with a 6.62 pound walleye. Congratulations, Grayson. We'll get that out to you. Fourth place, another family here that fishes hard, Elsie Scaife. Fourth place, 6.58 pounder. There she is. I know that family must eat a lot of walleye. Let's get a great picture up here. Congratulations. See you next year. Okay, fifth place, 11 to 13. Elijah Lycan with a 6.56 pounder. Elijah Lycan, we got you, Elijah? No, Elijah? All right, we'll have to get that out to Elijah. All right, we're going to the 14 to 15-year-old second place with a 7-pound walleye, Jovi Scott. Jovi Scott. She did that pretty good with the baseball hat on. Congratulations, Jovi. Okay, third place, this young lady has been up here a little while, 6.62 pounder, third place for Olivia Getty, 14 to 15-year-old. Congratulations, Olivia. Okay. Fourth place, 14 to 15-year-old, 6.52 pounder, Ty Williams. I know Ty's here. If he's still here, Ty? No Ty? Uh-oh, Jim, did you give the wrong one out?
They didn't.
Do we label the wrong one? Okay. Okay. All right, Olivia, do we give you the wrong one too? Yeah, if we gave you the wrong one here. Okay. Okay, yeah, if we gave you the wrong medal, please come up and see us. So we're good now? Okay, Olivia got the wrong one.
What do you got?
Jim, you might need some glasses. Okay, well, we're wrong with the stickers and we'll have to double check it. Okay, so I think we might have got that straightened out. All right, so Ty wasn't here. We have to send that one out. So Jim, if you want to find the fifth place for 14 to 15-year-olds, got it? Okay, hopefully it's got the right name on there, but I have the right name. So that's Dominic Stone. Dominic with a 5.80 pound walleye for fifth place for the 14 to 15-year-olds old. Dominic, we got you? No? I thought I saw you earlier. Okay, we'll get that out to Dominic. And so we got some medals to get out. Yeah, that should have a tag on it unless it blew away. Okay. I think I got it.
You got her for sure?
Okay. So, Jim's theme here at Presque Isle Fishing Farm is to be as local as he can be with products. And these cutting boards or plaques are made local artisan. So, Blaine Weaver is going to, he has the biggest overall fish in the youth with the 7.4 pound, 40 pounder. So if we have Blaine here, Blaine, we have a fish board for you. No Blaine? Okay, I think we lost some people here, so we'll have to get that one out to them. Okay, so the Queen of the Isle, what we got here? Okay, is Brenda Miller. So she is our queen and our king, and I caught her off guard here. So, and this may be the only time we have the king and queen by one angler, and she deserves it. Congratulations. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't think this fella's here. So we're doing the overall for Maine Derby, and this is 10th place, and it goes to Greg Kalashevsky. I can pronounce that one. That's as close to mine as possible, but I don't think Greg was able to be here, and he's getting $260. Okay, and I know this guy fished really hard. And 9th place for the main event goes to J.R. Fuller, $391. And this is the fellow you're going to see if you go out to Northeast Marina. He'll take care of you out there. He's had a rough road with the marina not opening on time, and he's stuck to it. So we need to keep him out and supported. He also gets you some good weather reports out of Northeast there, so you know what's going on, and we appreciate you.
JR, what's the word on Northeast Marina? What's the future look like?
So the Fish Commission is out of it. Northeast now owns the marina. So here on out, we should be good.
Who would they contact, the red slips? And
Me.
you?
Mhm.
Okay, good deal.
Yep, need a slip in Northeast? JR's your man. Okay, 8th place goes to Brian Chambers, $521. Congratulations, Brian. Let's get a good picture here. Good man. Hope to see you next year. Okay, 7th place main event, $652. Tony Yonko. Tony, I think that'll buy you a couple Shimano's, no more Zepcos. You go see Kirk out there. He'll hook you up. He'll find you something to spend that money on.
Thanks, Paul.
Kirk, you got any Zepcos out there?
Okay, 6th place main event, $782. Frank Broski, and I think Frank was a winner last year, if I'm not mistaken. So he's a return up here. So he's definitely consistent.
What were you in last year?
I think around the same area. Like
I don't know.
Frank is our only repeat from last year.
No, I'm
No, okay. Frank's not a talker here. He's just a fisherman.
Frank told me he's going to take me on his boat.
Congratulations, Frank. And Frank, you fished the PWT or something, right? Yeah, you're a competitive fisherman. Good man. Thank you. Okay, 5th place main event, $912. John Emling. There he is.
Not bad for $20, huh? No, not at all.
Look, he's dressed up and everything. He's a happy man. Congratulations, John.
You got it. We gotta split it though.
Okay, fourth place main event, $1,043, Frank Shorts. I know we got Frank. I think he was our first person here, so that shows enthusiasm, that's for sure. He's got a support crew here too. Either that or he's buying dinner or ice cream after this. I don't know, one or the other. Dinner, okay. Congratulations. Hope to see you next year. Okay, and this fella had to leave, get back to work. He slipped out here. Third place main event, $1,956, Todd Redmond. He's probably got some friends still here, but Todd slipped out. He had to get back to work. So if you order them new fishing rods through Amazon, Todd's probably getting them to your door right now. Okay, and my memory's still cut short on me here. So second place main event, $2,608 is Ron. How do you say it again, Ron? I'm sorry. Stand up, yes. Congratulations, Ron. I think Ron and I are going to Zababa after this. Have a Polish beer too. All right, and the king and the queen of the aisle here, Brenda Miller, first place main derby, $3,912. And this one is thick, and like I said, she showed the men up this year, I can tell you that much. So and so I had the privilege of talking to Brenda and her husband. They do a lot of fishing here, and Brenda shared something with me, and I'm gonna let her tell her story on this, and it's also a big part of why I do this. So here we go, Brenda.
Hi, everybody. Move over, boys. Let the girls show you how to fish.
Silly boys.
Silly
Walleye
boys.
boats are for girls.
I grew up spending 2 weeks every year in Canada fishing with my family. All right. I grew up fishing 2 weeks every year in Canada with my family. My husband, Randy Miller, and our boat's first mate, Bob Van Dee, fished growing up in Lake Erie with Bob's dad, Pat Van Dee. So today's shout out goes to our dads who taught us how to fish, Jack Thomas and Pat Van Dee. Let's go, jaws on.
You are the king and the queen of the aisle, 2025.
So this is a one-of-a-kind custom trophy from BOS Fabrication. They are a local fabricating company. They can make fire rings, anything, and so I think that's a really cool trophy there for Brenda, and I'm glad she enjoys this sport and showed the boys up this year. So I'm gonna let Jim do some closing here.
Hey, once again, we thank you all for participating. Next year, and we said this last year, we're going to make this bigger and better and better. We have some sponsors that came on board late, so we didn't get them involved, but we've already had a commitment of over $6,000 on to next year's Derby. Today we gave out almost $20,000 in prizes, and our queen, king, Brenda, also got a free mount from Lynx Taxidermy. Did we figure that out? Okay, good. So she cleaned house this year, boys. So Kirk, gonna pick up the pace. But next year is gonna be bigger and better. We appreciate all your support. If you guys have any ideas, send us a Facebook message, what we can do to improve this. We're gonna have another big party here next year. Hopefully we get some more kids out of the video games and out on the lake and enjoying what God created for us. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, Brenda. Brenda, you got one more award. So we've kind of pirated an idea. We were in the Outer Banks last year, and I seen this T-shirt that said WTF on it, and it said, "Where's the fish?" So we've gone that. Brenda is our first winner of a WTF. Where's the fish? Prescott Fishing Farm. No bait, no tackle, no boat needed. All right. Oh, one. Thanks for all of our sponsors. Thanks for everybody that volunteered. We're trying hard to work on an updated system, but it's all just volunteers. So getting the data from the boat to the weighing stations to our Facebook page, we're gonna try to clean that up a little bit. But it's all, like I said, it's all volunteers. It's 100% payback minus the 10% telemetry. We got to do that check. And that will be writing a check out this year for $1,304 to Gladys for telemetry tags. And if y'all don't know what those are, so they tag fish, live fish, they put tags in them, and they swim around the lake, and the biologist can observe their behaviors, maybe spawning habits, migration habits, all those things that can help anglers dial in the fish better than we already do at this point. So it's a great cause. They'll tag walleye, they'll tag perch next year, whitefish, burbot, all kinds of things that help them guys get a better grasp on what's going on in our great resource, Lake Erie. And we hope Mark would be here to present a little bit more on that. That's all I know about it.
All right, thank you, everybody. And we still got some cold beer over here, and I think there's still some seafood boil over there. So, yep, Mark here wants to say a word. He's our chef.
I'm glad you guys were here. Did you guys enjoy the dinner? This guy right here, Jim Schaefer. This is the best fish market anywhere. And the store is open, so if you want to buy some products before you leave, you can go in that foyer door, and our girl working at the counter, she'll take care of you. So if you want to buy anything, it's for sale. So you might. And usually Sundays we're closed, so you're getting the bonus plan today. You're getting fed, and there's still more food. So eat more if you want to. But the food's open, and then you can buy products in the store. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next year.
Right, week 1. He gets $100, buddy, and I apologize for that. I saw too many of the same last names here.
Camera shy.
Oh, he's camera shy? Okay. All right, we'll get him a nice fishing pole or something good. And congratulations, buddy. Sorry I messed that up there.
It's all good. Come on, you can hide behind your dad.